Hello everybody, welcome to the Menards Cup Series at Phoenix finally. Whoop whoop. This week has taken 8.5 years. I'm drinking alcohol right now because it's 4 p.m. I'm joined by Troy. As always, hopefully you like the new intro. That's going to be on like every MCS race now. Yeah. So, for Phoenix, we have 40 cars. 113 laps. Remember, no stages. That's new to this year. Let's go through the field. So on pole for, I think, the first time this year, Wallace Fields. I don't think he started on the pole because Troy got the pole in Daytona. LCJ was the pole sitter last race. I don't know about Vegas, though. Anyways, so Fields on pole. Cooper Jr. second. Penny Kim third, who's historically very good at this racetrack. Christopher Conaway fourth. I almost said Levi Soto because we've been talking about her all week. Corey Soto in fifth. Then we have Bush, James Freeman, Byron Wise, Michael Harms, Chris Wolf. 1 second. Dog was barking. Had to fix that. Anyways. Then we have Michael Bryant in the 71. They didn't do so hot, or at least fortunate, in the lower divisions, but looks like a half-decent starting position here. They've kind of been doing this all year. Michael Bryant still clearly has some speed in him. Then we have Jalen Long, Aaron Bush, Bruce Knuckwit, Clyde Wheeler Jr., Augustine Pryor, James Conaway, Julian Daniels, Corey McKinney, Patricia Reed, Jamal Balderas, Troy Acosta, Carl Scott, Jeff Reed, Denny Ham, Brady Cope, Sheldon Hampton, Brody Earnhardt, Dan Curry, Brian Newman, Justin Bell in a brand new scheme, Gary Collins in a brand new scheme, Roosevelt Ortiz, Pete Bryan, Carlos Martinez, Austin Liang.
Jesus, what happened to Liang?
I have no idea. Edwards Carl, Jackson Young, making his Cup Series debut. Todd Young, his brother, and Terrence Garza in the last position.
Drivers, start your engines!
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Technically, the 28's is our new scheme. I don't think he's ran it yet. So 113 laps. Laps are about 28 seconds, give or take. So hopefully this is a good race. Who's your pick to win, Troy?
Me? You know what? Bush. I don't know why, but Bush. It's probably not a smart pick, but I just have a feeling.
I have a feeling. I think this is probably her best track. I'm going Penny Kim. I think she's been historically very good here. She's had a lot of good runs. And I think she's kind of due for a good run this year. Coming to the green. For race number 4 of the Cup Series season, green flag in Phoenix. And side by side, LCJ actually going to steal the lead off the start. He's kind of done this all season where he's been able to take the lead away at the beginning of each race, besides basically Daytona. Fields going to drop back into second. Kim holds on to third, going to attack on the outside, but here comes Christopher Conaway to the bottom. Gonna get that pass done really easy. It's a good move there. Side by side for fourth. Soto gives the spot up. So Conway gonna try to get the fields.
Conway's been good here in the past. One of the best shots he had at winning came here 2 years ago. And then we all know how that ended.
3 wide.
Yep.
But yeah. Unfortunate for him, he was part of this top 3 in that same race. And I believe this is the exact same top 3 that did it. Oh no, I guess it was an LCJ
No,
or
I
Penny
think
Kim.
the third car was Penny Kim.
Honestly, I saw
And I would say
the dark car with like the white, and I just like defaulted to that being Penny Kim because of the new scheme.
yeah. And now I would say Larry Cooper Jr. last year, of course, it was his first year in Valvoline equipment. He did good, of course, made the playoffs. I don't think he made the championship. No, he didn't.
No.
But
Otherwise, that championship
I
battle
would
would have been
even
very interesting. Because remember when the two got into him at the end of the race.
yeah.
Let's continue.
I would even say that although he made the playoffs, won a race, he still kind of had a disappointing season for many.
I agree.
So he's hoping to pick things up this year, maybe win a few races, which I think he can definitely do and is definitely capable of.
But what I will say is, although he didn't win a lot of races, he was so consistent. He was up front at a ton of tracks, got pole a ton, clearly has the speed to compete at these racetracks and go for wins. Now, what we've seen all weekend is this track hasn't really been chewing tires, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to get out there and win. Because he just has raw speed. And I think a lot of it's that fall off, kind of in that middle run, that cost him the lead. We saw it at Auto Club. Mainly where he led that race for a really long time at the opening. But he just couldn't hold on.
Another driver early here in the year that has really picked things up is Corey Soto. Hasn't really won, hasn't done much, but yes, he is the points leader, and he's just running consistently up front, which we haven't really seen from him, at least in the last few seasons. Kind of a little resurgence.
And he's still pretty young. I think he's maybe 30.
Yeah.
Maybe just a touch over.
Like that.
I mean, he's not old by any means. Still has a ton of career left. And I could see after Conway goes, he could potentially become this team leader. I mean, we know Conway doesn't have that much longer left. I have a feeling he'll be here for another 2-3 years. But I don't know. Now, I will say that lead is slowly shrinking. Fields has caught a little bit of speed here. Just at the quickest lap of his race, which is the third quickest of the race. Oddly enough, Chris Wolf has the second quickest lap. I don't even know where he is. Chris? Am I on acid? Oh. But yeah,
It's because
10th
he's in
place.
the blue car, so
Yeah.
it's not like not recognizable for him. Yeah, Chris Wolf is also third in points.
Forget who's second, but I think it's also, I think it's like wide.
I think
It's
it's
like Kim. Maybe it's Penny Kim, actually.
Yeah, this Penny Kim.
Oh, Soto and Conway. Conway gonna get back clear. Couldn't quite finish the pass there. But now the lead growing again.
And then another surprising driver who's up top in points, I would say Sheldon Hampton. He's ninth.
Yeah, I know. He did this last year, though. I think outside
Oh,
of
yeah, I
the
remember
bad
that.
race at Vegas where he had a problem. He was actually good at the beginning of last year. I think he was almost in the playoffs last year, by the way. I'm pretty sure he finished top 20
Yeah.
points. Now, getting into the playoffs this year is going to be significantly harder. 12 spots up for grabs, 10 of them on points, 2 of them on wins. We're doing 2013, 2013 NASCAR chase style. So, hopefully we don't go to Richmond and do something dumb. Now, Sheldon Hampton a little bit deeper in the pack than I'm sure he'd like to be. Right behind his teammate, and right in front of, I believe, the defending Phoenix winner.
No, he won it 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, doesn't matter. Still a Phoenix winner.
Yeah.
So still clearly a solid driver at this racetrack. Take that move. Goes deep. Underneath Balderas there. Definitely going to clear the 93. 87 going to get back clear. We'll see. Can the 93 get to his quarter panel? Pull him back. He did a little bit. And we'll see this time and time again. There's a little bump that these guys go through. We might see it actually here with these two. In the kink on the back straightaway. And take a look. They're going to go through it. That inside car is going to hit a little bump and just get a little bit loose. And it's when that airs off of that right door that just kind of pulls them around a little bit. It's such a tricky part of the track that if you miss your mark, you can go around pretty easy there. Which is why you see people kind of getting out of the gas there, trying not to wreck their car on lap 15. Now it's going to happen here again to Byron Wise. Now sometimes they won't do it as hard, sometimes it'll be hard like that. Just depends on how loose they get. So LCJ has caught the tail end of traffic, just Terrence Garza, who, although is still running dead last by a significant margin, I think has gotten slightly better in Cup.
Yeah.
I mean...
Hey, he's not DNF'd like Ethan Galaxy.
This is true. Now the two Young brothers at the back. Jackson Young making his Cup debut. I don't expect too much from him, obviously. Young driver.
I do think...
He hasn't even stepped into D2 yet. And, well, he's not driving a great car, and it's such a tricky track.
I do think he has a lot of potential, though, in the coming years, to...
Oh, for sure. I think he's a threat for the championship in D3.
Yeah.
And speaking of D3, D3 and every other division will be heading to Long Beach next week. So that should be a very interesting race weekend, because first road course in D4 history. Maybe what are the first street courses I think we will have seen in trucks? If not the first.
Yeah, we didn't go there in trucks last year, right?
Yeah,
It was
I know.
only D2 and P1.
Yeah, so I think that might be the first street course in Truck Series history.
Yeah, I think they added more road courses to the schedule just because of how entertaining the road courses were last year in
The lowest.
D3, of course. We all know
Yeah.
the Canadian Tire race, which was entertaining.
That was a ridiculous race. And I don't know if you noticed, mainly talking to Troy, but anyone in general, the new package. You can see the shorter spoilers to make these cars get a little bit more upset. And it's kind of allowing people to get a little bit closer without having problems. Because the cars don't get as aero sensitive when you get too close to their rear bumper. This looks dicey. It's nearly 3 wide behind Terrence Garza here. Garza gets...
You do not want to go 3 wide into the kink. They get down.
No, not going to go too bad. Michael Bryant still doing solid up to the 13th spot. In and around where he qualified. I think he was just outside the top 10 maybe. Yeah. So he's only dropped 2 spots. And I don't remember how long fuel is here, but I think this could be a one-stop race. It's going to be very interesting. Arms dropping back to 10th. Never mind, going to be able to defend from Wolf. Kim to the bottom. Not quite able to get it done. Now, another thing to note about Barry Cooper Jr., and particularly his career as a whole, His one win, which was, or I guess his 2 wins in his Cup Series career. One was at a road course, and one was at a super speedway. He's still yet to really show that he can win on these more, I don't want to say skilled, but skilled tracks. He hasn't won a short track. He hasn't won an intermediate. He hasn't even won a 2-mile.
That super speedway, he won off fuel mileage, and the road course, he won because the 2 cars, the 2 faster cars in front of him, had problems.
Oh, I thought for a second Soto was gonna get underneath Young and finally be able to complete that pass that he's been working on for so long. Just didn't quite work out. Couldn't quite get to the bottom. But we're still yet to get into any major lap traffic. It's kind of just been one car at a time. Main lap traffic kind of starts a little bit later. I wouldn't say those 2 are really main lap traffic. Another thing I will note, P. Bryan has shown no speed this year, which is a little bit surprising, to be honest. I know he's old, I know he's not the best driver, but man, he just has not shown any promise whatsoever. Oh my god. Which Carl has no speed. Justin Bell in the new scheme also hasn't shown any speed really this year. Unlike his teammate in the 70 and his other teammate in the 87. The 87 hasn't been that good, but as a startup team, for a rookie driver that had no intentions of coming to Cup really, has no testing time, has no nothing, kind of just got put into the 87. He's doing not half bad. Obviously, he's no Jalen Long, but still a good driver. Now, Bryant back up to 12th. He's 1 spot away from being back in his qualifying position. I don't know if he's going to get that back. Bush currently occupies that position, and in front of him, it's Michael Arms and Chris Wolf. So, some very, very fast drivers. Just at the tail end of the top 10. Fields working on Young, as Conaway has caught Wallace Fields here. Conaway got a little bit loose, got out of the line. Gonna be able to hold it flat out because he was able to clear Todd. Soto makes the move. Second, third, and fourth kind of nose to tail. A little bit of separation, but not all that much. I think Soto might be the quickest of these 3, to be honest. I think he's just consistently a little bit quicker than them. 30 laps into this race. We've seen actually more fall off than we've seen in any of the other series. Not a ridiculous amount. Not like a 1 second fall off or anything, but still quite a bit of fall off compared to the other series. As here comes Byron Wise to the bottom. Wise going to get the pass done. Uses Todd Young as a pick. Long just going to follow. Now Long's got to be careful not to get too loose here. Ooh, he did. So that actually might cost him the spot, but he doesn't want to give it up. Sends it hard, and he's going to get the spot. Todd Young not going to be happy about that. That was a huge send from Jalen Long there. Very, very aggressive for this early in a race. Alright, here comes the real lap traffic, the real test for LCJ. Now Carl Scott has dropped significantly. Oh my lord. All the way back to the 35th spot. And side by side.
What happened after
oh, he has
last
a
year?
fuel problem.
Oh,
That's
that
why.
explains it. Yeah, I swear he was more up front when this race started.
Yeah, no, he was like in the 20s. He was with Sheldon Hampton, so yeah. No, he is significantly fallen off, and I think, yeah. I mean, Terrence Garza might be quicker than him, to be honest with you. Or at least on the straightaways, so definitely a power problem there with the fuel. Maybe it's not getting into the engine properly. So see if he can make it to pit stops to get that fixed. If he's going to have to potentially make an unscheduled green flag stop, sacrifice the one-stop strategy, and essentially end any chance of getting a very good finish. Pete Bryan might be able to get up in front of Fields, allow Soto to get the spot. Ooh, Soto got loose, couldn't push Bryan up the field. Ooh, big send, 3 wide. Contact there. Conway, you saw, he kind of did that veteran thing to avoid a crash. He went all the way to the top side thinking that they were going to take each other out. And it actually ended up not really helping him, but wasn't the end of the world. 3 wide again. Fields does not want to be behind Garza because he's already lost the spot to Soto, and Conway now potentially going to get the spot from Fields. Oh, it doesn't look like Conway's quite going to do it. Fields does a great job defensively. Soto's having a little bit of a struggle here with Carlos Martinez. 3 wide again. Good lord.
Oh, it looked like they made contact.
There's Scott to pit road.
Scared me.
So, he has a problem. We already know the fuel issues. The 93, so he's going to, fortunately, concede his position. As LCJ really enjoying this 5-second lead. Look at this. He does not have to deal with any of this. Byron Wise almost into the back of Martinez. It has gotten very aggressive very quickly. I don't know what's up with Conway. Conway has dropped, and there's a problem. Edwards Carl stops just shy of pit road, and that will be the caution flag for the first time today. And this could be raced back
like the
for the
second time this weekend.
That is... No. I think third. Didn't we? No, I guess we didn't get one in detail. And this is for the free pass. Dan Curry holds on. So everyone kind of passing the pace car. Getting ready to get back racing. What happened with the 69? Oh, tire down. So, 2 problems for CMSR cars. Their original 2 cars. The 1 is fine, the 10 is fine to this point. Now, these seem like very isolated issues. Obviously, 1 was mechanical. The other one, a tire problem. Oh yeah, looks like the tire just kind of goes out. And he's trying to limp it to pit road, and the car just kind of stalls out. Can't quite get it all the way to pit road. Now, why did he not turn it down in? I don't know. But it would have been a caution anyways, because he would have been stopped on the entry. So that would have forced officials to throw the caution. So here are pit stops, and here's a huge opportunity to make up ground or potentially lose it, depending on who you are. Now, Carl Scott may actually stay out to take a wave around. And LCJ obviously gets out first, had that huge gap with the lap traffic. Byron Wise back up, or gets up to 3rd. Fields didn't have the best exit. I think Long could be up in the top 5. See where they place these guys. So the CMSR duo, who already pitted this race, gonna stay out and put themselves 1 lap down. Oh. So they stay out to gain a wave around, putting themselves 1 lap down. And this is how we're going to rack them up. So it'll be 2 by 2. We saw the outside get the lead on the last restart. We could see Corey Soto steal it here. But LCJ leads the opening 40 laps, the opening first third and a bit of race. Which is quite impressive. I don't know the last time he did that. So getting ready for the restart. First restart of the day in the Menards Cup Series. Here it is, doubling up. LCJ will be the leader in control car. Soto on the outside. Valvoline lockout second row. I see Jalen Long and Christopher Conaway on that third row. Two guys that really want wins. But here we go. Coming to the green. Green flag. LCJ and Corey Soto. LCJ looks like he may clear, but Soto just barely sticking to the quarter panel. Won't be able to. Big checkup on the bottom. This is going to get dicey back here. 3x3. Even up here. Drivers in the middle really loose. Air off of both sides of their race cars. Ortiz sends it 3 wide on his teammate in turn 1. Penny Kim just got flashbacks. 3 wide through here again. Not a good spot. I mean, everyone looking for their own position on the racetrack. See if that's even possible here. There's hardly enough room for these guys. Harms, who got trapped deep in the field due to a bad pit stop, sails it off into turn 1. He's going to be picking up tons of spots doing this. He knows he has to. Looking for another 3 wide move here. Down to the bottom. He knows he's a top 10 car on pace. Oh, McKinney wiggled up the track. Lost a ton of time there. But the side-by-side in front of Hartum's going to hurt him. Now up front, here's Fields. The back bumper. And now it'll be close on fuel. I don't know if they can quite make it, but it'll be tight. I mean, Harms, who restarted 26th, now up to 19th. So up 8 spots now, gets around Conaway. So you can see that it is very, very possible to pass here. You just need to have the better car and you have to be faster. '93 to the free pass position. Dan Curry, who got the free pass last caution, has picked up a spot on Jeff Reed. Look at this. Jalen Long, the rookie. Up in 5th. And ironically, in D2, he honestly didn't do all that great here. I mean, this restart has been a lot closer than the last. Fields to bottom. Looking to get underneath.
We set that up perfectly, but
just got a little loose. Had to get out of the gas.
Yeah, I didn't realize my microphone's been like tripping for.
That's fine. Oh, to the bottom. Fields is there. Could get the pass done. He will lead the lap for sure. Wallace Fields reclaims his lead in Phoenix.
Soto
hasn't led since the beginning of pacing. And Soto gonna have to chicken out, and Wise way up the track. This is gonna open it up for Long. Jalen Long to the 4th position. Take a look at this. Comes back up to 17th. Brady Coop and Augustine Pryor. We'll say Halvoline and Cup has clearly taken a step up. And I feel like part of that's adding a second car to the stable, because I feel like you can collect so much more data with 2 cars on the track. And plus they have an experimental driver lineup in D2, which they've been learning from. Don't they have 2 cars in each division outside of D4?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Because there aren't really teams in D4. LCJ as company again, able to defend the position. Three wide, Long. It's put on the high side. I've seen 3 wide here through the kink. Mainly affect that outside car. So Long actually just going to give up that spot. Smart move by him. But still, going to lose 1, probably 2 spots here. So he will go from 4th to 6th. In 1 lap there. Back to the bottom. Might actually get 1 back on Wise here. Has to be careful to not get trapped on the bottom, but he will. Not much he can do there. Side-by-side battle deeper in the field. Julian Daniels. And Troy Acosta. 31 and 32 cars. Now, I keep forgetting that this is the 32, to be honest with you. It's just not the Menards car.
Field searching for his 18th career win to tie him for 2nd on the all-time wins list.
With Ross, I said?
Yeah.
And Ross not going to race all that much. So, I don't know if he'll really be much of it. Oh! Something happened there. Looked like maybe the 49? No? Something happened on the backstretch. I have no clue. What was it? Oh, it was the 93 again? Damn, bro. 2 mechanical failures in 1 race for the 93. That is real unfortunate. Now, he was able to pull it off at a good spot where he was able to get off track, so. No caution this time. The 2 mechanical failures, and I'd say that's it for him. He was running in the free pass position to get back on the lead lap after, obviously, he pulled off the no pit move under the caution. Pryor and Harms for 14th. Harms might not be able to get it done. Yeah, I'm just gonna get held back. Let's take a look at this. Michael Bryant back to 11th, and he's gonna have a shot on this front straightaway to get inside the top 10. Here we go. Bryant to the bottom. He's gonna take a deep send. He's gotta get underneath Garza, but he's gonna do it. Top 10, Michael Bryant. Part-time driver for Forge Motorsports, a brand new team, making, I believe, their 3rd Cup Series start in history. Right here. And this is a big one for them. And Bruce Knuckwit has been put back.
And you'd have to think with Michael Bryant, with how much promise he's shown to start the year in his limited starts, you would think maybe some teams could be looking at him in the future if they need a veteran to fill a ride for a year or two, because he has looked better now than he looked when he last raced.
I would agree to that, but to be honest, I feel like Bryant doesn't necessarily want to race for points. I feel like one of the big reasons he retired, as he stated a couple seasons ago, is he just didn't like the stress of it. He likes racing for the fun of it, and I think this is kind of it. Racing a part-time car. He's not racing for points. His finish does not matter. So it means he can just go to work and just drive. He doesn't need to worry about no playoff garbage, or he has to get to this position by the end of the race. And I think that's why he's been so smooth. I don't think he's actually better than he was. I think it was just kind of the pressure from racing for the playoffs, being at Energy, having all that pressure of competing with prime Christopher Conaway and prime Ross Newland. I mean, I understand why he would be under that pressure and not want to be under that pressure.
Yeah, that 77 car, at least for Energy, has always kind of been the
Weak link.
Yeah, the weak link.
I mean, it's looked a little bit better from here from time to time. Obviously, last year it's a little unfair to judge because obviously there was the injury. And he actually didn't do half bad when he came back. Obviously not having the best start to this season, but I don't think he's doing particularly bad. I do still think this is the weakest Energy car, but it's still a competitive ride. And take a look at this. Bush has dropped significantly. Do you want to know what's crazy to me? Bruce is still the best Locust car. And Bruce is in 14th right now.
Right next to Zona, man. That's pretty Cooper.
Yeah, Coop's
I was about to say right next to his old teammate. Right behind his old teammate.
Wormswick in the bottom on Ortiz to get to 12. And then, oh, sorry, 11th. And I think Michael Bryant may say goodbye to this top 10 run very soon. Obviously, Harms had that bad pit stop at the end of that caution, which put him mid-20s. And this entire run, he has just been playing catch-up with the rest of the field. I don't think he's the race-winning car this week, but I think he for sure is better than 11th. And another thing I'll note, take a look at this. Clyde Wheeler Jr., this is the most pace we've seen from him this year. I know it's early on, but 9th place. Looking pretty fast in that 23 machine. Brand new scheme. The Interstate Batteries car. Fields, who has gotten to a 1.5 second lead, now side by side with some lap traffic. Kind of perfectly cleared Pete Bryan there. And able to get both spots very, very easily. Jeff Reed's picked up a little bit of pace. He was in and around 30th the entire first run. He's started to get into the 20s. Jamal Balderas has fallen off a little bit. Same with the 31. Collins, I think, is getting a little bit quicker. Sheldon Hampton's definitely picked up some speed. Penny Kim's fallen off like crazy. Aaron Bush, I think, is starting to come alive a little bit. And here we go. Arm's looking for the top 10 spot. Just gonna sail it off into one. Gets the pass completed nearly. Oh, it did disrupt the air enough. But I think it's game over for Michael Bryant no matter what here. Not much you can do against the two-time defending champion. Just gonna clear, move up, and take the spot. Conway's dropped back a little bit. Back to 8th, was on the podium for a little bit there. It's unfortunate for him. Jalen Long's also dropped back a little bit. Chris Wolf has slowly come to the front. He's running in and around 10th that first run. He has the quickest lap time by a half a tenth. That's ridiculous. Jalen Long also top 3. I think that's why Dodge wanted this guy. I think this is why they put him in Cup. He is such a fast driver. Top 3 fastest car right now. At such a tricky track as a rookie, and I would argue not on that hot of a team. I mean, Jamal Balderas, 26th. It's not great. Justin Bell, 32nd. I believe he was a lap down. As the 93 did DNF, by the way. Yeah, Jalen Long, I think, could threaten to win a race at some point this season. I don't know where or when, but I think there is a real chance he shows up and has a really good race and gets a win. And I think he could definitely compete for a playoff spot. Obviously, like I said, 10-point spots up for grabs, 2 win slots up for grabs. So, we'll find out how much Long actually has to work for this win. But he could get himself into the playoffs. I think either on a win, just missing it on points, or just driving in on points, to be honest with you. I think he's got the pace to do both. Side by side here for 3rd, Soto defends from Freeman. Let's take a look at this. Lead is shrinking. Last lap it was under half a second. This lap it will grow a little bit. It didn't look like a half a second lead, I'll be honest, when I saw it in 3. Because it wasn't. But still.
No, it looks like Soto, if things stay how they are, could hold his points lead.
Oh, I think that's very possible. I think Soto, I'm not surprised that he's doing good, but I've been a little surprised with him. He has shown so much pace at every track. Was very good in the 500. Was kind of right place, right time. Obviously, it's a Daytona plate race. That one was one of the more chaotic ones we've seen in the past couple of years. But right place, right time. Was able to do very solid there. Vegas, I remember he was up front the entire time. Almost won the race. Because of the different tires at the end. I think he was actually running down the 2 at the very end of the race. I don't remember much about Auto Club, but I remember him being there and being towards the front. I don't think he was in any contention to win, really. But here he's doing pretty hot.
Another funny note. This could be his 3rd top 5 and top 10 in 4 races with 0 laps led.
You know what? I'm not even surprised about that. Because he just really hasn't gotten to the lead. But he hasn't had to. And that's where you see those problems at Daytona very early on in the season. Race 1, we're a couple races away. And drivers like the two who have won 2 times since then haven't even erased that deficit. Because they just got off to a slow start at the beginning of the season in that opening race. Remember, we still have, I believe, one Atlanta Super Speedway race in the regular season. We have another Daytona race. We have a Talladega race. I mean, there's still 3 more plate races in the regular season, which could really change how the points look and how the playoffs look and all that. So Fields has caught the tail end of lap traffic here. Starting to get into some more heavy lap traffic. And LCJ now going to try to use that to his advantage. He's 3/4 of a second away, which isn't a whole lot. Now this could easily stretch or compress with lap traffic.
Gets to the 6th at kind of a bad time, though.
Yeah. He's got to hope he can get to the bottom and complete this pass right here. You do not want to be side by side through that kink, and he just really couldn't get deep into the turn because he didn't have the run on Newman, and this is going to hurt him. So very negative lap traffic for the 8, but now 3 tricky cars right here. Edwards Carl, who still has a little bit of damage from the tire going down. Gonna just lay over for your race leader. Oh, Soto has lost 3rd. We'll take a look at the pass. Why not? What else is there to watch, you know? Oh yeah, he just kind of... Oh, Soto just washed up. Look at that. That was just a mistake on the 9 car's part. Slipped up the track. Couldn't make it work. And unfortunately, lost his 3rd place position. I mean, LCJ in a bad spot here. I won't lie to you. This looks really rough. And look at that. Fields already through everyone. Still 3.5 lap cars to go for LCJ. Yeah, it's a 1 second lead already. Now Fields gonna get into some harder lap traffic. 2 Locust cars and Earnhardt. And he's got a little bit of a break. Fields able to work on Conaway. Gets the pass done. Back to the rear bumper of Ham. And now we're kind of in this final 3rd, and we'll find out if there's pit stops. Because remember, I'm still a bit tentative. I don't know for sure if we're going to get pit stops or not right at the end of this thing. Remember, I think pit stops in the lower series were in and around 30 or so laps. And this is about twice as long as that. And it's going to have to be a 73 lap or 70-ish lap run. Give or take a lap or 2. So we'll find out how much that will affect this. As look at this. LCJ has not made any time. He hasn't made any ground on the racetrack either. Just getting around Bell now. And I think lap traffic could kind of be the deciding factor for the 8 car. Just stuck, and that's really bad. He's going to get stuck behind Garza, and that's going to reset all of his progress. Oh, he might turn Garza into the back bumper of him. Coming out of the turn 4. LCJ gonna go by, but
Also,
almost
Jalen Long looking to get his first career top 5 in just his 4th start.
and at a tricky track that he wasn't particularly good at in D2. Which I think is quite interesting.
Soto falls.
Yeah, he's gonna fall big time. That's outside the top 5 now for Corey Soto. You might have announcer jinxed him. And he might have company from his teammate here. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Garza's being a cog. Oh my god.
Johnson experience.
Basically. Oh my god, thank god. Thank god that guy's in D4. Uh-oh. Turn him. Turn him, brother. Turn him. Ooh, he almost does. Holmes has caught these guys. Courtesy of the cock block. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
That was worse than 9/11.
Jesus! Wait. What's Corey Soto's number? And then what's Terrence Garza's divided by 3?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And it is a 4-second lead. Jesus, man. And that is courtesy of lap traffic. And we have 20 laps to go. Laps ticking down. Pit stops potentially in the future. We'll find out. And I think if we get pit stops, it's going to be either fuel only or 2 tires. And I think this could come down to execution on pit road. I think a fuel mileage race would go crazy here. Unfortunately, Bryant has fallen to 15th, but he had a really nice run inside the top 10 while it lasted. And I will say, the 2 car's been on the rise. Remember, started this run middle of the 20s, has climbed up to 8th, and is about to engage with Chris Wolf. Potentially Corey Soto by the end of this thing. Jalen Long getting cock blocked now. So Troy Nason outer jinx on Corey Soto, by the way.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
Well, he may get his 3rd top 5 in the first 4 races, and then he gets sent to the gulag behind the fucking 33. Yo, it's always Terrence Garza, man. The only car he's beating isn't in the race because he blew up. How are you 2 laps down to Jackson Young? This guy has never raced a cup car in his life. He's driving for arguably the worst team, besides maybe Chevy Below. Which team has more wins, Chevy Below or Young Racing? In Cup.
Chevy, wait. Yeah, Chevy below now because they have 2.
Yeah.
Young only has 1, I think.
Yeah. Because I knew they both at least had 1. And I knew the 7-1 Daytona, and then obviously the recent Higgins win. What teams in the Cup Series don't have a win? I'm not technically counting Eternal because they just joined, but I know they don't have a win.
Look at the teams.
Forge as well, but they're also part-time, so. Locust has a win, I think. Yeah, they do, because of, like, Gary Collins in, like, the first 4 seasons. Earnhardt does. Valvoline, I can tell you they do. Young does. Colt does.
AP,
Dodge does.
yes.
AP doesn't exist, dude. Oh, I guess they do.
Yeah, they do.
I guess they still own the 32, but they close literally everything else. Graffiti.
Just Locust?
Yeah, because remember Gary Collins.
Oh, yeah.
Old Gary Collins. We've got to go a long way back to find their wins.
I think every team has a win. Besides the new ones.
Forge and, yeah. Forge doesn't, obviously, they're part-time, and then Fuck, Eternal, because they just joined.
Kong didn't for the longest time until last season.
Yeah. I mean, technically there's shut down teams from like the early seasons that don't technically have wins, but do we really count that? So what in God's green earth is happening in
Because
front
half
of
of
the
them
two?
didn't have names.
Yeah, I know. Some of them were literally just undefined or independent or unknown, or we'll decide later, or 9/11 Racing or some crazy shit. Oh, Watson Racing doesn't.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, Wolf almost turned around by the two.
God.
I know Watson's technically closed, but it was a full-time team at one point, and it never won, so. Technically, they've never won. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a nerf on the 70 car.
I did notice. When's the purple Nerf dart coming back?
Yo, we're not bringing PS back. By the way, under 10 to go. Laps, ticking, problems in front of the leader here. Not a wreck, but difficulty.
Got lots of cars.
Lots of cars, and they're battling, and there's speed mixes, and hell.
Uh-oh.
Nope,
He's
professional.
back.
The professional cock blocker can't cock block because the fucking 11 cars. Oh my god, 4
Oh my
wide.
god, oh my god.
That is very unnecessary, guys. That was unneeded. But under 3-second lead. Lap's coming to an end. What the fuck? My friend just sent me Dr. Pepper cotton candy. Ref, give me this. You need a Dr. Pepper cup car, to be honest with you. Is that the next Jeff Reed car?
Yeah. Whenever Justin Ross comes to go.
AK never. But Fields looks like he may drive away with this. Without fuel mileage, I think it's all over. Well, or
32
caution.
top block. He's gone now.
I will say the fucking cock block could happen. Oh my god, the 2 cars getting cock blocked by the OnlyFans car.
Ironic.
That's, yeah, I was about to say, that's quite ironic. I think if you're ever gonna get cucked by a car, I would hope it's the OnlyFans one. Soto to the bottom. Gonna clear Curry. Actually, not quite. Oh, hi, Sham. You came back for the final 5 laps. Terrence Carzer's cock blocking Denny Ham. Wait, I just realized. Can we just... Yo, Troy, you know what we were just talking about? And then all of a sudden, he happens to join, huh? Coincidence? I think not. Fields on the bumper of Collins, side by side. A little bit of a late move from Fields. But Fields just needs to hold on. I will say the pit line is very obvious. Where they run 2 tires on the apron. They run even lower than Soto currently is. On the bottom.
So we're trying to get back into the top 5.
Yo, can you stop jinxing
Because
this
now-
guy?
It's not the 70 is getting cock blocked.
Oh, he's about to?
Uh-oh. Oh no, he's back.
Oh my god, Young just got cucked.
He's back. Oh my god, he's back. Come on,
Oh my God.
Garza, you gotta do it. Oh. Oh no, he has
Oh,
his
no.
eyes set on the 9. Oh no.
Oh no, he
No,
slowed
not
down.
again.
Oh no.
What did Corey Soto ever do to you?
Oh, you got lucky
Oh,
with
Jesus.
the... Soto got lucky with the 3 wide. God, what is this? 3 to go. race coming to an end?
It's the big one.
When's the big one happening? It is Phoenix. What, champ? Why am I getting pinged? But I do. But here we go. White flag. 1 lap to go for Fields. 4-second lead. He doesn't even need to make this pass. He could probably just run behind Martinez and still win. Obviously, he's not going to because he's not a cock. Gotta do it for the win picture, you know?
That ugly green car.
Go, daddy.
Bright green car.
Anyways, Wallace Fields through 3 and 4 for the final time will pick up his first win of the season. Wallace Fields wins Phoenix. For, I think, the first time in his career.
The race I don't pick Michael Harms in the pre-race predictions, Wallace Fields wins. The race I pick Wallace Fields, Michael Harms wins.
Yes.
Nice, man, nice.
And then Jalen Long, able to get his first career top 5. First top 5 for Dodge this season. Oh wow, Wolf got put on the cup chair. Wow. Conaway barely holds on to a top 10. Good top 10 run from Clyde Wheeler Jr. Much needed momentum out of all of our BMS, but I think he's had special troubles. Look at this! Halvoline, 11th and 12th. Running right next to each other. Penny Kim didn't run the best, but decent race. 15th for Pete Bryan. What's up?
The most annoying place to finish is 6th because you get credited with the top 10 for finishing 6th. Even though, like, you get what I mean?
Yeah. I would also like to say, like, a second
Yeah.
would be very...
2nd and 6th are...
Or 11th, because you don't even get credited with anything.
Yeah.
So one DNF all race, there's a mechanical failure from Mr. Fucking Carl Scott. We will see you next week for Long Beach for all 4 series, so have a good one, pal.